About 10 seconds. That's all it takes to find the humanity in Mary Mahoney and the key to why she was elected chamber president.
I'm the talking machine of the French house, and my brother's the working end of the French house.
Mary has been working at making her French house the best restaurant on the coast for about 21 years now, taking the heart of a 1737 kitchen and slave quarters and building around it. She says it didn't come easy, but she doesn't think there's anything special about her, anything she could accomplish that other women can't.
You know, they talk about this women lib and all that kind of stuff, but actually I think a woman could do anything at any time if she just had a little bit more courage. And it was one thing my father always taught me, that I could do anything I wanted to do if I was willing to sacrifice for it.
And yet, Mary, we still hear complaints of women in business that they're discriminated against.
I think these women have a chip on their shoulder. I really do, to some extent. Sure, like they say, it's more or less a male-dominated world, but if you kind of let them think they got their way, they treat you fine.
Of course, there are still some barriers to be knocked down, like women in the priesthood, but Mary isn't sure she wants to be in the front position on the demolition pole.
Well, that's still a little bit hard for me to get used to. Being a Catholic, I really, well, I guess it's something, you know. Now, maybe the youngsters growing up will relate to it, but you see, I grew up in the old school when the Mass was still said in Latin, and, you know, the nuns still wore their habits, and it took a long time getting used to nuns not having their habits on, for example.
From Mary Mahoney's restaurant, I'm Mike Heid, News Watch 13.